All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're heading to northern Italy to explore the wines of Lombardia. It's a region that I think holds one of the most fantastic secrets in the wine world, and it goes way, way beyond its famous capital.
Because let's be honest, when you hear the name Lombardia, your mind probably jumps straight to Milan, right? You're thinking of the hustle, the high fashion, the absolute center of finance and design. You know, a modern industrial powerhouse.
But here's the question. Do you think of world-class wine? What if I told you that this exact same region is hiding an ancient and incredibly diverse winemaking tradition? Well, that's the story we're uncorking today. So let's get into it.
To really get a handle on Lombardian wine, first thing we have to do is step out from that massive shadow cast by Milan and take a look at the region's deep, deep roots.
And what's so cool is that this is not some new thing. I mean, look at this timeline. We're talking about a legacy that stretches back for millennia. We have actual archaeological proof of winemaking here from the Bronze Age. The Romans came in and expanded it, the monasteries in the Middle Ages basically perfected it, and today, all that history is being blended with some really exciting modern innovation.
So you might be wondering, how can one single region produce so many completely different kinds of wine? Well, the secret, it lies in its incredibly varied landscape. It creates what you can only describe as a total tapestry of terroirs.
And this just shows it perfectly. You've got these dramatic, cool alpine peaks way up north. Then you have the rolling hills of Oltrepò and the gentle, almost Mediterranean influence of massive lakes like Garda. Every single one of these zones creates its own little microclimate, perfect for growing totally different grapes.
So let's start with the headliner, Franciacorta. This is Italy's definitive answer to champagne. Seriously. It's made in the exact same traditional method, and these sparkling wines are famous for their elegance, their complexity, and just incredible quality. It really is the region's sparkling jewel.
Okay, now let's do a complete 180 and go to a totally different world. Welcome to Valtellina, nestled way up in the Alps. The vineyards here are literally clinging to stone terraces so steep that they call it heroic viticulture, because it's pretty much all done by hand. The effort is worth it, though. It produces these reds that are just elegant, so aromatic, and built to age for decades. Then, south of the Po River, you've got Oltrepò. Now, this is the biggest wine-producing area in all of Lombardia, and it's a true land of discovery. You can find pretty much everything here, from fun, fizzy reds to serious sparkling wines and these big, characterful reds. It's just unbelievably versatile. And finally, we land on the southern shores of Lake Garda, where we find Lugana. This place is a total rising star, getting famous all over the world for its crisp, aromatic, and mineral-driven white wines. That lake influence creates the perfect conditions for a wine style that is just so refreshing.
So let's put it all together for a second. This table gives us a fantastic snapshot. You've got Franciacorta, with Chardonnay and Pinot Noir making that elegant Italian champagne. Then you jump to Valtellina, and it's all about Nebbiolo on those crazy steep terraces, giving us complex reds. Oltrepò is the versatile giant, with its huge range of reds and sparklers. And Lugana brings it home with those crisp, mineral whites, all thanks to Lake Garda. I mean, the diversity is just staggering.
Okay, so we've seen the places. Now let's peel back another layer and talk about the actual grapes that make these incredible wines possible. And we have to start with this one, Chiavanesca. Now, you might not have heard that name before, but I guarantee you've heard of Nebbiolo, the grape behind legendary wines like Barolo and Barbaresco. Well, Chiavanesca is simply what the locals call Nebbiolo right here in the Alps of Valtellina. And here's the part that is just so fascinating. Same grape, different place, totally different wine. Down in Piedmont, Nebbiolo is a powerhouse, structured, intense, notes of tar and roses. But you take that same grape and plant it in the cooler, high-altitude vineyards of Valtellina, and Chiavanesca becomes more refined, more elegant. It's less about raw power and more about beautiful fragrance, minerality, and this vibrant acidity. It's a truly amazing alpine expression.
But of course, it's not all about Nebbiolo. There is a fantastic supporting cast here. You have the classic Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, which provide the essential backbone and finesse for Franciacorta's bubbles. Down by the lake, the Trebbiano grape is the undisputed star, giving Lugana its signature aromatic, peachy, and almond notes. And over in Oltrepò, you get the rustic soul of Croatina, which makes these deeply colored, tannic reds right alongside the fruity, vibrant Barbera, famous for its bright acidity. Each one plays such a vital role.
So, we can't talk about Italian wine without talking about food. I mean, come on.
Let's see how this incredible variety of wines pairs with Lombardia's absolutely celebrated cuisine.
Okay, let's just imagine the perfect meal here. You start things off, for the aperitivo, with a beautiful glass of crisp, elegant Franciacorta. For the main course, you open a bottle of Valtellina Superiore. Its structure and acidity are just the perfect match for rich local dishes like cured bresaola or a hearty polenta. And then, to finish, a slice of the local Taleggio cheese with a fruity red from Oltrepò Pavese. It's a complete culinary journey in a glass.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's that your next great wine adventure might just be waiting for you in a place you never, ever expected.
Remember, we started with that image of Lombardia as this industrial and financial hub, but as we've seen, that's really only one side of the coin. Hidden in plain sight is this incredible, multifaceted world of wine deeply rooted in history and place.
And you know, this quote just says it all perfectly. Lombardia truly is a land of contrasts. You've got ancient traditions right next to modern innovation. You have alpine peaks and serene lakes. And all of that complexity, all of that amazing history, is captured in every single glass.
So, I'll leave you with this question. After seeing the elegant bubbles of Franciacorta, the heroic reds of Valtellina, the crisp whites of Lugana, which taste of this amazing, unexpected region are you going to discover first? Thanks so much for joining me.